The Balvenie 12 Doublewood is matured in oak casks and then transported into European sherry casks for finishing. It's up next on Casks-n-Que. Stick around. The Balvenie 12 Doublewood is a Scotch that I fell in love with a long time ago, and I keep reaching for it, and I usually keep it in the rotation here at home. As we take a look at the color of this whiskey, it is beautiful. It's got a honey, graham cracker, kind of golden wheat color, but unfortunately, color is added to this whiskey. Let's see what kind of legs we got. It's nothing crazy, but you can see some teardrops running down the glass there. Pretty good legs. So let's go to the nose and give it a taste. So this one, you know, it keeps finding its way to my shelf, and there's probably a reason for that. As noted, you know, there is color added to this whiskey, so that kind of knocks down the score just a little bit for me. We'll get to the score at the end of the video, and it's also chill filtered, so that also brings it down a tad in my book. So with that said, let's go to the nose. Apples, pears, stewed fruit. Have you ever opened a can of mixed fruit and that smell that you get along with all the, gosh, that syrupy stuff that's in there? It reminds me of that. The ABV on this one is 43%, so there's not a huge alcohol kick. Although I think this one would benefit from about a 50% ABV. A lot of distilleries are starting to bring down the ABV, and man, I just don't like that. I wish that we were going in the other direction. Some would say that this falls perhaps a little flat on the nose, but I would disagree. I really think there's something there. Now, it's not going to just punch you in the face with all kinds of different aromas or anything like that. I mean, it's a $70 Scotch. It is what it is, but it is the Balvenie 12. The Balvenie is notorious for making good, in my opinion, good whiskey. Yeah, so you get some red apple. You know, have you ever poured a bowl of cereal, say like, I don't know, Kellogg's Frosted Corn Flakes? That's what pops in my mind. And just taking the bowl and smelled the cereal, that's what this reminds me of. So it's got some cereal notes to it. Let's give it a taste. Sherry in the back end. Vanilla, caramel. That spice is really on the mid palate, but it's really nice. Kind of like a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of cinnamon. The caramel is prevalent on the finish. The arrival is really short, mid palate. The finish is kind of long, but I would say that it's a bit weak, and I think that speaks to the 43% ABV. It needs to be higher. Yeah. The sherry is there. It doesn't say on the bottle how long that the whiskey is matured or, you know, finished in the sherry cask. I have no idea, but if you know, let me know in the comments below, please. Let's give it another taste. Gosh, that's easy to drink. You know, it's got the sweetness, it's mellow. You get lots of honey graham cracker. The honey influence is just, I mean, bam, it's there. I mean, it's in your face. It's so honeyed. I think there's some cherry in there as well, like the cheap, not the, oh, what are they called? It comes in like the yellow can. I can't remember what they're called, but just those little tiny cherries. Can't remember what they're called. Help me out. But they're good in a weird kind of cheap candy way. Yeah. I mean, it's a delightful whiskey. It's Balvenie. I mean, Balvenie is notorious for making good Scotch. You know, I don't agree with the color additive, and I don't agree with the chill filtration, but it is what it is. For a basic kind of entry-level Scotch at a 12-year-old, it's fine. It's good. It's better than fine. It's good. If you're a bourbon drinker, then I'd highly recommend trying this one out. I think you might have something to say positively after you finish a dram of this. I mean, it's going to hit some of those bourbon notes, right? It's going to get some some vanilla. It's going to get some of that oak spice. I think you'd be impressed. So if you're a bourbon drinker, like I am as well, then give it a shot. Let me know what you think. And if you hate it, you can always send it to me. So let's score this one. 1 being terrible, 5 being excellent. We go by availability, taste, and value. Availability, it's everywhere. I don't think there's a liquor store that I've been in my market that does not have this bottle available on the shelf today. So on taste, this is a 12-year-old Scotch. I think it's wonderful for what it is. You know, kind of a basic entry-level Scotch, but it's fantastic for what it is at $70. Value, like I said, 70 bucks. You know, I was kind of used to paying in like the $55 range for this one many years ago, but just like anything else, inflation's kicking in and it's, you know, keeping up with that. So I think my score on this one's going to be 7.5. It's solid, right? I mean, it's a 12-year-old. It's a little bit basic with some complexities. So for me, the chill filtration, along with the 43% ABV, which I think should be higher, is kind of the deciding factor of bringing that score from what I would say an 8 to about a 7.5. Hey, if you like this content, go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. It's going to help us out a lot. We certainly appreciate it. We'll see you next time.